Hey there everyone, welcome back to another Game Vault video. As always, I'm Cat Beefy with the Game Vault, and we're going to talk about Sweet Baby Inc. Once again, we can't get enough of these guys. They are the gift that keeps on giving. Let's cue up the music and we'll get right to it. Alright, so we got a new game coming out, Unknown 9 Awakening, the next Sweet Baby Inc. game. Already looks like a complete and utter financial disaster. And I could pretty much guarantee that it will be. And here, right from the start, let's take a look at this character here. This is a screenshot of the character. I guess this is the main character in the game. And again, they make these women with these weird faces. Now, people talk about this a lot, myself included. Is this what they do to appease the trans audience, because there is a rather substantial amount of that type of person working within the industry, and they like to self-insert, put themselves into games. We see it quite a bit. You see it in film as well. I mean, look at Kathleen Kennedy in Star Wars. Every character seems to be a little mini Kathleen Kennedy leading each and every TV series or whatever. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. But here again, we have. And it's not about, people come at you and they're like, oh, you don't have to, there's porn, you can do this, you can do that, you don't need a jerk. No. It's not about wanting to bang the main character or anything like that. It's just like, you can see ugly people anywhere. Any day of the week, you can go outside and see ugliness. We generally don't pay for ugliness, right? Actors and actresses generally are better looking people than your average Joe off the street. Am I wrong on that? Part of it is they have, dietitians working with them. They've got personal trainers. They've got makeup artists. They've got people to put their hair in the perfect way and to dress them in ways that look the best. They can work with camera angles to get their best side, so to speak, and all that fun stuff, right? We've had movies filmed with pregnant actresses the whole time through, and you never knew the character was pregnant just because of the magic of Hollywood. And that magic was also in video games, for instance, where your characters looked great. They looked good. Nice, good-looking people. Who wants to play with a bunch of ugly people? Why do people push for that? It's absolutely ridiculous. And again, it's not a sexual thing whatsoever, but the left always likes to make it sexual. They always like to, blah, blah, blah. No. It has nothing to do with that. It's just pleasant, right? It's pleasant. Remember when Victoria's Secret used to be Victoria's Secret, and they had pretty models and all that, and they made millions of dollars and all that, and then all of a sudden they changed, and they started using all these whales and people with missing limbs and all these other people that were imperfect, and just to put it kindly, and their sales tanked, right? Because there's a couple of reasons, okay? For one, men don't want to look at that in catalogs and all that. We don't want to see that commercials and all that. It doesn't sell. When we see that, we don't go, oh, I want to go to Victoria's Secret and get my girlfriend or my wife something. No. Women don't want to see that. Women want to see an ideal. They want to see that beautiful model and then in that outfit and picture themselves in it looking that good. Okay? That's the mentality of people. Sex sells. Sex is always sold. If you look back at old advertisements from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, it's always been there and it's always been effective. I don't know why we've changed that recently and tried to do all this other nonsense and push all these things that aren't normal, aren't attractive, into being attractive. The whole body positivity movement, this, that, and the other thing. It's ridiculous, and it's gotten to a point where it's like, it's become self-parody almost. But anyway, the Sweet Baby Inc. Infected Unknown 9 Awakening from developer Reflector Entertainment, that is published by Bandai Namco, already looks to be a complete and utter financial disaster. So the game, which releases on October 17th, that's today, currently sits in position 794 on Steam's top sellers list, and just 349 on Steam DB's most wishlisted upcoming Steam games list. So, not big numbers there. Furthermore, Bandai Namco collaborated with streamer and former Game Informer writer Marcus Stewart to stream the game alongside creative director Christoph Rossignol. And according to Twitch Tracker, the entire stream on Twitch only received a peak viewership of 387, and its average viewership was just 274. God, I'd kill for those numbers on my streams, but for this type of thing, not so good. As of writing, the stream received a total of just 8,900 views. For comparison, the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Early Access trailer received a total of 84,570 views, and that stream had average viewership of 3,350 viewers and hit a peak of 4,323. Over on YouTube, the video performed marginally better based on total views. The stream currently has 9,210 views, but it already has almost a 2-to-1 negative ratio. It currently has 257 likes compared to 428 dislikes. And I'll link to this down below if you want to go ahead and check it out yourself over there. Gamers are not just disliking the game, but they're expressing their distaste in the comments too. One user wrote, "The devs didn't even try. What's the point of releasing this trash?" Ouch. Another posted, where are the hell demons and the chainsaws and the fireballs and the giant swords and all the cool stuff games are supposed to have? Commendable that Bandai is trying to salvage his train wreck, but it's too late, wrote another. Still another wrote, modern audience, you need to support this game so they can make more in the future. God. That elusive modern audience, man, I'm telling you, no one knows where they are, where they come from or whatever, but everybody's always pandering to them. Anyway, on top of this new data, YouTuber Dr. Disaster previously shared that the game had poor retail pre-orders. He stated, "This person runs 9 retail stores in a highly populated area, and I'm being told that in all 9 stores combined, there hasn't been a single pre-order for Unknown 9 Awakening." So, I think gamers are, this may be a trend that we're going to see overall in the industry, not just for this game, but for a lot more games. As people are starting to back away from pre-orders due to getting burned so much, Games are coming out and they're unfinished, they're trashed, they don't work, they're not what you think they're going to be, and you've pre-ordered it. Once you pre-order it, once they take your money, it's up to you to get your money back, and it's not always the easiest thing. Now, I know Steam is pretty friendly with that, but Sony is not, and I'm not sure about Xbox. I'm sure they're a little friendlier than Sony. But I know Sony's notoriously difficult to get your money back from. Unless it's Concord. Then they just give it to you with no questions asked. Anyway, Disaster continues, and I was recently contacted by someone else who works in the retail industry who claims to run 14 stores. I'm still vetting this person, but I will disclose this. I'm being told from that person that in those 14 stores, they also have not seen a single pre-order for Unknown 9 Awakening. You guys got to work on your editing here a little bit. It is not surprising that the game appears to be a failure out of the gate, given consultancy Sweet Baby Inc. worked on it. Sweet Baby Inc. co-founders David Bedard and Kim Belair were listed in the game's credits section on an entry for the Shorty Awards. Bellard is credited as the brand content manager at Reflector Entertainment Limited, while Belair is credited as story architect as Sweet Baby Inc. Yeah, we've seen enough from these guys to know that their track record sucks. Okay? And unfortunately for Sweet Baby Inc. and everybody involved with this company, whether you are a developer that's used them in the past, is currently using them, or has a game that is about to be published that has used them, this is going to have a negative impact on your release. I highly recommend moving forward that nobody use any consultancy firm like this, especially Sweet Baby Inc., Black Girl Gamers, and Hit Detection. Just walk away from them, man. Manage all this stuff inside. There's no reason that you can't, as a developer, handle all of this stuff on your own. This is part of the reason that costs are going up in games. You're bringing in these outside firms, these outside companies to assist you with the game, right? And they put their input in and all that. They collect their money and they walk away, and they're not there when the game is released, and they're not taking the brunt of it. Unless I'm wrong, if payment is contingent on the game reaching certain sales numbers and all that, that's a different story. But if they're saying, hey, it's $7 million to come in and consult with you, we'll work with you, we'll get you to here and get you ready for release, and then we walk away, that's not good. But, if you have some kind of contingency in there where they don't get paid unless the game sells well, that's a different story then. That would give some accountability to them, and that would change my whole opinion to a small degree about that relationship between a developer and a consultancy firm. But otherwise, man, yeah, they could come in and they could just dump all over the place and do whatever they want and throw things around and inject whatever things they want to inject into games, and then just walk away without any recourse. It's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, their reputation gets tarnished again and all that. Meanwhile, they're grifting off tons of different developers and all that, and then when all said and done, they close shop close up shop, wait 6 months, open up a new consultancy firm, and do the same thing again. So, I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Anyway, given Sweet Baby Inc. worked on the game, it was added to Cabrutus Rambo's Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Steam Curator list, which now boasts 450,000 followers, almost 500,000 now. Wow! Furthermore, it was reported that Reflector or Bandai Namco began banning individuals who mentioned Sweet Baby Inc. on the game's Steam forums. Wow, that's huge. So, ex-user Desacho reported in March, in the Steam forums for this new upcoming game, they started mass banning everyone who mentioned Sweet Baby or said any negative things about the game being woke. It was a total purge. They wiped around 99% of the forum. 99% of the forum. That is huge. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, this doesn't sound like it's going to work. This is going to be another game in the toilet, guaranteed. As of writing, there are multiple threads on the game's forum bashing the game for its association of Sweet Baby Inc. and its pushing of woke ideology, whether that be through the game's character design or its narrative. And you know what? I don't even care anymore. Okay? Is the game woke? Is it not? Is the girl there to look trans, or is it just a horrible character design? Is this like a new character design meta that we're seeing more and more often? Because it's awful. She reminds me of Angela from Silent Hill 2 remake. You know, that weird elongated face that's almost like dog-like coming out. It's very strange. Anyway, but yeah, here's a list of these things. But yeah, at this point, it's like we've seen so many bad things come out of Sweet Baby Inc., so many things that they've ruined, that it doesn't matter what it is. If they just came in and told them to make the logo blue instead of red, it's still having a negative impact on the game at this point, as far as I'm concerned at least. Yeah, it's time to push these guys out of gaming altogether, get these tourists out of here, and take back gaming. Make it great again for everyone. I'm Captain Beefy. If you haven't done so, please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell for notifications. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace. Yeah, look at that, man. It's like dog face. I don't know. Whatever.